What's up, guys? For today's episode, I have a guest, Jose Espinal. Man, I fuck with him. Like, if you haven't seen his content yet, you need to see that right now because it's on some next level shit. He's obviously progressing, and we're all here trying to do our thing. But it's truly inspirational to see him post constantly about working out, about his new company going on right now. Yep, you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah.
A little intro?
Yep. Hey, guys. So I'm creating this company with my girlfriend right now. It's called Pure Vibrations. You can follow us on Instagram, Pure Vibration J&E.
I'll have that below too. So
there you go. We are like a holistic lifestyle company. We try to talk about improving your life through your mindset, diet, fitness. We also right now have an aroma type of brand. We have like beautiful smelling candles with 100% essential oils. We have great massage oils too that have 100% essential oils in there. We have beautiful jewelry and all that we have to sell so that people feel like what we're doing and have our company supported by all these people.
Yeah, you have to check it out. Like, the page is relatively new.
Yeah.
But they're really, like, after talking just now, they're really planning some good shit.
Yeah.
So follow that if you can. I'm gonna have it below. I'm gonna have it in my story as well. I'm a huge supporter of Jose and everything he does because he's just one of those people that puts in the fucking work. And, I genuinely appreciate people like that, straight up.
Thank you.
So for this episode, we want to talk about basically mentality, mindset, and fitness, and how those two collide.
Yeah.
Or I guess intersect, because you can't have one without the other to the extent of happiness that you could reach having both rather than just one or the other. I don't know if that was well said or bad said.
No, you hit it right on the nail, man.
Yeah.
Hit it right on there, because you can't have, a terrible mindset and a good life. You can't have a good life but have that shitty mindset that you're never gonna be successful. And both of those really play a part in that person's life. The way that they eat, the way that they treat their body, how active they are, is just as important as their mindset. Because if you do not have that mindset of, okay, I need to wake up in the morning and get my shit done, then you won't be successful.
And it rubs off as a routine, but that regimen really just like instills structure in your life.
Yes.
And just enough structure where it's healthy.
Yes.
Where it's not like you dread doing it every day. And if you do dread doing it every day, you got to change it up, but it doesn't mean you give up fitness altogether. So for like someone who deals with a lot of anxiety, the points in my life where I feel like I've managed that the most has been when I am implementing a healthy diet, when I am working out. And it's insane to see how it also like feeds into your mindset and vice versa, in the sense that whenever I'm working out and doing my diets, it gives me a sense of composure in my mind. I have more patience, and it really just allots to me more energy in the day, which is another huge thing. Today I'm used to waking up, and within the first 2 hours after I do that little strategy, I'll talk about that later. Right after that, I'll do sprint drills. I'll do sprint drills for 10 minutes, and that like boosts my energy on another level.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking about like songs like Bad Bunny's La Romana, or any of these hype songs that the beats are quick. Something really weird happens where after I do my sprints, the beat like slows down way more because I'm on like par or beyond that energy
your frequency,
exactly.
the vibrations you are resonating are higher than they were when you first started.
Yeah.
And that is what my company is based on. Raising your frequencies to levels that you never knew you could reach.
And it's amazing because like that's exactly what preps you up to do some next level shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Having that amount of energy right after I take that shower and I eat, I start putting in the work, and I don't even like doubt. I don't have that little, you know that feeling you get when you want to take a nap or you don't want to do what you're supposed to be doing. Basically, in Miami, eating shit, it eliminates that.
Yeah. Exactly.
It disciplines you.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, how you're saying you did your sprints, you have that energy in you. You know that, honestly, doing sprints is hard. It's mentally and physically a huge challenge.
Oh yeah. Even to like sometimes to start, you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you right when you are about to go sprint, you have the choice to either do the sprints or turn around and go home.
Yeah, and even while you're doing the sprint, it's are you
can
doing it
still
right?
stop, yeah.
Right, like because you could be jogging fast. No, you gotta sprint. Like, give it your all.
When I grew up in middle school,
Yeah.
you know, I was part of the wrestling team at Jorge Mascanosa. I remember I had to cut like 5 pounds. That's not a lot in wrestling. A 5 pound loss really.
What time period? How much
Like
time?
3 months. 3 months.
Okay. Oh, that's very doable.
Yeah, like my weight class was 170. I was like 175, whatever, when I first tried out. So through, you know, the sport of wrestling, I did lose weight naturally. Yeah, I mean, you know, I never was that active. And then once I started getting into that sport, my body started to change. I started to lose the weight and all that. But what I really learned from starting at that sport is discipline and putting in effort. If I did not put in the effort to go out and run 3 miles every night, to make sure I am not eating like unhealthy meals, like junk food, like at that age in middle school, a lot of the kids' diets were fast food.
Yeah.
You know, or...
And if you didn't go through with it, you would have not met your goal.
Exactly, yeah. If I was cutting out all the bad food and all that, I would have been a lot more successful in the sport.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not gonna sit here and say I did not eat pizza or like junk food when I was in the sport. Of course, I was a middle school kid. I wanted to enjoy myself, and the fact that the sport was keeping my weight low naturally, and it was only 5 pounds, I kind of had the leeway of being able to kind of cheat a little bit and all that. But to connect it back to, you know, the energy that you were feeling when you were doing your sprints, I remember one time I was doing my cardio for like an upcoming tournament that we were doing. I was running, right? And then all of a sudden a song came on that really just like made me want to move. Like, just kind of just got into my head and was like, put more work.
That shit fueled you.
It fueled me, man. And then all of a sudden I started to think, I kind of want it bad. I want to win bad. Yeah. You know, so it
that's
pushed
like
me hard.
The best fucking feeling.
Yeah. You
determination.
Exactly. Once you fill yourself up with determination, you know that anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Because you get at some, you know, when you're in a normal state and then you're just like afraid of like passing out or this and that, whatever the case may be, when you're that determined, that like peak level of determination, you don't give a fuck if your body like gives out, if you pass out, if you vomit or whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
You're wired.
Yeah.
You're wired. I love that feeling because like nothing stops you. And to get that in something like fitness, which is so like felt in the moment because you're physically feeling that shit and that energy, and transition that into your mindset and what you do with things that aren't as emotionally driven, I guess, like business decisions, academic decisions, this and that. To transfer that over is much more real since you felt it with something so like closely linked like fitness, and then going to something that's not as closely linked, you can transfer that shit because you experienced it.
Yes.
So this is what woke you, and then on the other side you get to apply what you learned.
Exactly. You know,
like take like for someone who does fitness a lot, have you not used some of the lessons in fitness with your everyday life, with shit that isn't as like physically demanding?
Yeah. Oh hell yeah. I know that. At the gym, you know, I do train hard. I am not a little bitch when it comes to working out. I am pretty intense with my training, and there has been moments where, you know, I almost pass out at the gym, or I almost tear a muscle because the weight is so much, but I want to lift that weight. I want to make sure I'm hitting my 20th rep of 165 pounds on the bench, you know. With that determination in the gym, you know, it set my mind up to know what determination is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's just me and the weight. Okay, my decision to put whatever amount of weight on whatever exercise I'm gonna do, you know, I have to think I need to lift that. There's no one here in this gym that is gonna tell me not to lift it. There's no one here that's gonna stop me from lifting it besides myself. And that person has to stay in front of the gym. That person that doesn't want to lift that weight has to stay in front of the gym. And that animal that's, you know, we all have inside of us, that primal human that we have inside
that
of us
is
released. And, you know, your mind is stronger than your body.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn that.
Oh, like tenfold, dude. You have no idea.
Exactly. Your mind is way stronger than your body.
Yep.
And if you just stay determined on wanting to be successful,
your body catches up.
Your body catches up. You know, your body will catch up to the physical demands that you're putting yourself through, as long as you know that you are doing the work.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you know that, yeah, this 20 minutes of cardio is going to suck ass, but tomorrow I'm going to be 2 pounds lighter. Fuck it. I'm going to do the 20 minutes cardio, you know? And, okay, if I know that my diet works better when it's plant-based, don't be stupid and start eating all these hamburgers and pizza and dairy and meat. You know, like, I beat myself up for that. I wish I can...
Like, you bite the bullet sometimes.
Yeah, I have to bite the bullet, you know, but that's what we all have to do. Once you start pointing fingers, you'll start to lose a lot of things.
Accountability.
Exactly. Everyone is accountable for their own life.
Bro, and when it comes to something like fitness, which is so directly linked, it's entirely linked to what you do and what you put in.
Yeah.
There's no one else to fucking blame. No one's fault is it that you didn't do sprint drills today. No one's fault is it that you didn't go to the gym or you fucking ate that shit. Mm-hmm. No matter how influential your friends are or your family to not do certain things, at the end of the day, it's your fucking fault.
Yeah.
And the moment that clicks in your head, there's no excuses, and you're put under the spotlight, and you're like, I have to perform.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And like... You're definitely biting the bullet with some shit, but obviously there's some balance to this. There's things that you look forward to. Like, I don't know about you, but I look forward to back days. Like, I want to destroy my back. It's like one of my favorite muscle groups, and that is like a treat to me. It sounds weird, but like destroying my back is a treat to me.
I literally 100% feel you. I know what you're talking about, man. I do get extremely excited. Like, for me, it's arms. I love training arms
too. Fuck yeah.
Arms is my favorite, you know, muscle group to hit, but it's
also the quickest to see the results.
It's the quickest, and it's also, I was never, you know, this strong or, you know, this big, but I feel such a strong connection to my arms because I literally went through the pain of training 3 times a week that muscle group.
Yeah.
And, you know...
Arms every day. Arms every fucking day.
Almost basically, you know? And it's like, once you go through all that, you kind of have a stronger connection towards it. With me, fitness, the type of lifestyle I'm doing, I've had a bunch of, like, downfalls. in this.
Of
So
course.
I feel way more connected to my successes in this fitness journey. You know, when I did my first bodybuilding show,
Yeah, how's that, man?
it was good. It
I
was
remember
fun.
seeing those like pieces of content,
It was
like
nice.
stories and stuff like that.
Yeah, man. I weighed before the show. I weighed 230 pounds,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was able to go all the way down to 195. I was
Jesus
still like 2 pounds above my weight class, like
Yeah.
with the division I'm in, classic physique. It goes by your height.
Mm-hmm.
Will separate you into divisions, and then within that you have like weight classes too.
Wait, before we go on, and I can be completely wrong, and I might have to edit the fuck out of this, or I'll include it. I don't give a fuck, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Classic physique. Tell me if I'm completely wrong here, but just the other night when I was talking with the friends that I told you about,
Mm-hmm.
when we started talking about you, I was like, Jose has such a classical like weightlifter's body, in the sense that when you watch the movie Pump Iron by Arnold,
Mm-hmm.
back in the day they didn't focus as much on like certain muscle groups that should, like right now they do.
Mm-hmm.
So like the way that you pose and you do everything, even your stomach composition,
Mm-hmm.
like ab composition is much more that of how they did it back then than it is how you would think of it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Is
And
that classical for like whatever that class
yeah,
is? Or
exactly. You know, I did grow up watching Pumping Iron. I think I watched that movie a good 10 times.
yeah,
You know?
it's fucking inspirational.
It's a huge inspiration. That's what really lit the fire in me to wanting to work out and get big. Seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger just over there flexing his muscles, looking like a freaking Greek statue.
You got Hulk in the movie too.
Exactly. You have Lou Ferrigno. You have Frank Columbo. You have Frank Zane in there. You have literally the most beautiful physiques in that one movie. And you compare that movie to, you know, let's say there's another bodybuilding movie that was released not too long ago. It's called Generation Iron, and that
Haven't
takes
seen it.
that is more on the modern day bodybuilding.
How's that?
It's really massive. Okay.
In what sense?
Whatever you think massive means, connect that to the body. So you have these guys' shoulders literally looking like the size of their head.
Yeah.
You have their calves at a good like 15 inches in diameter. Arms are at a good 27.
And it's insane
You know?
because Pumping Iron, all those fuckers like took steroids.
Yeah. And
But it was still different than like today. It's like it's scary.
it's scary. Yes, exactly. And that's why I like the classic division,
Mhm.
because right now they are really trying to tie it back to
Okay.
those days. The athletes that are coming out now into the spotlight for this division are phenomenal. Phenomenal. You even have top competitors that are 100% natural.
Good shit.
100% natural. And they look like they're on goddamn steroids. All right?
No, I
you look at
believe
them
you.
and you're
I
like,
believe you.
what the? You are on steroids. But they get tested, clean. And that's the classic division. There's a lot more opportunity for people who do not want to get onto something so serious and life-changing like that, but still have a chance to be great.
Showcase your
Exactly.
fucking hard work.
Exactly. There's this one of my favorite bodybuilders as of right now. His name is Keon Prodigy. I hope I am not butchering his last name super hard right now. But he is an athlete for Blackstone Labs. He came in third in the Arnold Classic, which is a huge bodybuilding competition. And he came in third as a natural competitor. Okay? The guys who won, you know, I don't know if they're on gear or anything like that, but the fact that this natural athlete
could compete
and place with people who are on gear.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the top 2 competitors are on gear, but also 4, 5, 6, 7. Those people could be on gear.
There's bound to be people in there.
Yes.
Especially given the sport, there's bound to be people that were.
And you know, like, he still won, so it kind of says a lot of that division. It just takes hella work and determination. And you know, if you follow him, if you ever get the chance to follow him, he is literally the definition of determination, because he knows what the odds are and what he's being put against. He knows that the people that he's going against
love that shit.
Are, you know, like,
not just
on unnatural substances, but he's still putting
his
in that
principles
work.
are being reflected by him doing that.
Exactly.
And it's crazy how we see so much of ourselves in the things that we do.
Mm-hmm.
For example, bodybuilding in this case, he's showing all his principles in life there.
Exactly.
While people who are geared, look, I don't know whether it's insecurity, I don't know whether it's they just want the result, but it shows in their actions that who they are.
Yeah.
Or who they are in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if you want it so bad, you're willing to, like, do anything for it, says something about you, you know?
Exactly.
Something, look, like, I'm gonna edit this shit out anyway. Probably, I don't know. But Nime Delgado, I think that's his name, and I don't want to butcher it. Nime Delgado. He's a fucking vegan bodybuilder.
Yeah, bro, like, you look...
Like, and he's not, like, he's a natural bodybuilder, and the thing is, his story is awesome. Look,
that guy's crazy.
I'm gonna put this on the screen. But his fucking story is dope because he went vegan. I think he was raised vegetarian, or I don't know exactly, and I forget some details. But he went vegan and he was weightlifting, and people were telling him, "Oh, you should like compete. You should compete. You should compete." Then he'll go to these competitions and he'll win one, and everybody will doubt the fuck out of him. They'll be like, "You're vegan. You don't even get in your protein. You don't even get in your protein. Like, there's no way you're gonna win."
Yeah.
And then he wins, and then he wins again, and he keeps moving up. Right now, I think he's going for Mr. Olympia, trying to prove a fucking point that, like,
nice.
You can live by your principle and fucking succeed if you're willing to put in the work.
Yep, literally.
And you know for a fact he's probably competing with people on steroids and probably eating way too many grams of protein that might be bad for their body.
Yeah, exactly.
But you went vegan for some point. Are you
I actually went vegan for most of the prep of my first show. Like,
it's crazy how, like, if you're doing it right, at least the results, in my opinion, show a lot quicker.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're trying to cut.
Yeah. It's kind of like,
I feel like I have more control of, like, my growth.
I know that with me, when I went vegan for the time being of trying to prep, I felt way more stronger versus, like, when I was eating meat and dairy. My cardiovascularness was getting crazy. You know, the pumps I was getting in the gym were getting crazy. And that was just from going, from a normal eating of animals and dairy to all plant-based. It really opened up my eyes to, realize that I can change and it's not going to be bad. I can not eat animals and still put on size. I don't have to go by this, what society is saying, oh, you need to eat your protein from the milk of cows, or you need to be eating red meat to get that protein you need.
No, bro, it's insane how much, like, false advertisement has actually... How many of you guys remember, drink milk for calcium, right? People will always, like, for your bones. I think it was recently proven that drinking cow milk actually deteriorates your bones.
Wow.
It's like the complete opposite.
Wow. I heard there's more calcium in, like, nut milk.
Yeah. Almond milk has more calcium than normal milk. Not just that, but there's a pea protein milk now. That sounds disgusting, right? Like when I first heard that shit, I was like, "This is gonna taste terrible."
Mm-hmm.
I don't like soy milk, so I thought it would taste something like soy milk. It's not. It tastes amazing, and it's high in protein.
Yeah, the science now is being able to really break down some like protein sources that you never thought like were gonna be protein sources. I know that quinoa, for example, already high in protein as a grain. Science now is being able to isolate that protein from the quinoa, and it's actually a high source of protein. You're not having to rape a mother cow to have her produce a child and then produce milk to then you can get the whey protein out of that milk. No, we don't need that anymore. We can just isolate the quinoa or the brown rice, take the protein out of there, and use it as a supplement.
But
and
bro,
no cows, no
the
live
reason why
harm,
that's happening and it's gradually growing the community of veganism is because the reason why it hasn't been freaking exponential and everybody's not on this is because it's so much more convenient to not act on your awareness.
Yeah, exactly. And that, all honesty, I'm still working on.
Of course. Bro, it's just a matter of habit forming.
Yeah.
And not just that, but when you're raised eating this shit, there's some things that you have to give up.
Yeah.
And that are hard. I remember my first month of going vegan, I saw cookies and I was like, fuck. There's vegan cookies that are amazing, but at the time when I went vegan, veganism wasn't as
popular,
especially in Miami, dude.
Yeah,
Miami had no options for me. I went to Wendy's and ate fucking grass. Actually, there was no options for me. But now everything's freaking different. I go to Publix and I buy Gardein. That shit's amazing.
Field roast is really good.
Field roast, I need to try it.
Field roast, bro. I like to incorporate their burger patty. 27 grams of protein. Good source of the ingredients on there is really good. It's made out of mushrooms, onions and all that. Really awesome.
I have to pull this shit up because I eat it literally every single day.
Yeah.
It's called Gardein meatless ground beef. Well, I eat 4.2 servings a day. It has 37.8 grams of carbs, 8.4 grams of fat, super low fat, and 75.6 grams of protein. That's 43% protein.
Yeah, there you go. No meat, no.
It's completely plant.
Yeah.
It has 5 to 10 ingredients, and they're all things that you understand. None of that preservatives or whatever the hell. What's that? No.
Color number 5.
Yeah. Red 40, red 20,
yeah,
blue 20, whatever.
What the fuck is that?
That's so bad for you. And what's really interesting about talking about whether it's your diet or your fitness and everything, the fundamental layer there is habit forming.
Yes.
And habit forming leads to a good mentality. In fact, it's because of habit forming that you can repeatedly do all the things that brings excellence into your life.
Yeah, exactly.
So once you set yourself up to constantly hold yourself accountable to do the same shit every day and get the job done, those teach you lessons.
Yes. Your life is the biggest teacher. What happens in life, you could only get lessons from.
And this is besides fitness. Whether it's that job you want or whatever it may be, they always value experience over they do a piece of paper. And I'm talking about diplomas, but whatever, that's besides the point. But everybody always values experience.
Yeah, of course.
Before anything else.
Yeah.
We want to go with this right now is influence. Because what we just finished talking about, and hopefully I'll have the footage. If not, I'm sorry. Influence. It's you're doing you, and then people see it, and then they want some of that. Not to steal it from you, but you influenced them and inspired them, motivated them to build that for themselves. and you're constantly doing that at all times. It's kind of insane how that's never, like, from the moment you wake up to the moment you sleep, if you're ever around a person, which most likely you will be, or in this case, be on your phone on social media, depending on what you post and what you say, every single moment you're responding to something. And the moment you're doing that, you're influencing people. Whether that's a shit comment, good lifestyle like you, or bad lifestyle, like whatever you do, you're constantly influencing people.
Mm-hmm.
So the fucking choice you have every single day of your life, the number one question, the mindset that also ties in with fitness is, what type of influence do you want to be?
Exactly.
It's not a matter of whether or not you're going to be an influence. That is inevitable. It's what type of influence. So that's why I brought you here. That's why you hit me up, I let you in, I'm like, bro, I'll have you fucking coming back repeatedly. It's just because of that, because you're a good influence. And that's what this whole thing is. I will have the most negative fucker come to this show on purpose. Sure. So that way you know not to be that.
Yeah.
Does that sound fucked up? I don't think so, because I think even negative people see it in themselves.
Yeah, they have to see the problem so that they know it's a problem.
Yes, of course.
You can't
and then you have to inspire them to rewire, and not because they meet your fucking standards, but even they are bitching about how their negative habits are destroying their life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many times have you heard a smoker bitch about smoking?
Don't even get me started.
Too many times.
But I just want to say that, whether you're someone in the gym or you are trying to start a podcast like my boy over here, or are trying to go through school, trying to be a lawyer, or just trying to be what you're dreaming of, you have to make sure your mind is strong. Because the most successful people know that life is going to be hard, but they're ready for it.
Yeah.
It's
not a matter of whether or not it's going to be hard.
Exactly.
It's what am I going to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to combat it?
Exactly.
What's my tactic?
And that is what I tie in to my fitness journey. I know that the road to becoming, in my eyes, in my dream, a master at this is not going to be easy. It's not going to be a nice little walk in the park to get to the position I want to be. It's going to take a lot of hard work, a lot of alone time. I don't spend
a fucking man to the alone time.
a lot of alone time.
And the thing is, you have to be okay with that.
Yeah. you do have to be okay with being alone, and when you're alone, it's just you and your thoughts.
And that is why the mindset is so important.
Exactly.
Like that's literally, a lot of these episodes are going to include diversity of topics. Right now we're hitting fitness, later on we'll hit art, we're going to hit different things. But the underlying theme here and in life is the mindset game.
Exactly.
Because what I hope to not even have to say to you, but to show to you, is that whatever pursuit you have, it is the mindset game.
For sure.
It's what motivates you to fucking blow up.
Mm-hmm.
And get what you want out of life.
Exactly. It's crazy how I hear people say that I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to have this, I want to do that, but they aren't doing anything that is
Where's the work?
Yeah, I don't see you put in the work. I just see you going to the club every other day, or on your phone for 5 hours straight.
I wanna be an influencer, but I'm just gonna all this unnecessary shit and spend no time actually building audience.
I
wanna be a weightlifter, but I'm literally gonna go to McDonald's every day and never go to the gym.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Dude, you just fucking brought up a great point. That it's the other day I was listing what my life philosophies are. What are the fundamentals I live by? Because maybe most people won't, or some people won't, and I can speak about it, and that's why, like, that's where I get some of the subjects for these episodes.
Nice.
And you just fucking hit one. And the way I see it is, your actions need to line up with what your objective is. Because if not, you're never going to get your objective. To get different results, you need to do different shit. If you're not hitting your objective, then something in your actions is what's fucking it up.
Yeah.
And that's when you have to be okay with being uncomfortable, because you're going to try something new. And to be okay with being uncomfortable, to be okay with having to change shit up, to have the initiative to change anything in your life that you've already become accustomed to and adapted to, because that's what we do as humans, fucking adapt, to change everything and sometimes go against your human nature. There's only one fucking thing that does that. That gives you reason. That will give you backing.
Yeah.
That's why it's the most important topic, in my opinion. Whether it's mental health, fitness, art, pursuits, whatever, man, whatever.
To have that mind right first.
There's nothing more in your life that's presented to you to the extent that it is than your thoughts. Yeah. And your thoughts are the seeds to your mindset. Because if you can't control your thoughts, or you can't, like, guide them, then your mindset's shit.
Yeah.
If you're constantly thinking you're a piece of shit, guess what? Your mindset's gonna believe that you're a piece of shit. But if you're constantly being like, I like my progress, I can do more, I can be more, and I want more, I'll have more. Yeah. And then you just do it.
Yeah. You speak into existence what your opportunities are, and then you just chase it.
Yeah.
You just chase it. You enjoy the process. Because once you enjoy the process, it's not, something that you're going to have to hate to do. If you, with back to fitness, if you hate doing cardio, you're never going to, lose the weight. If you hate having to go through the pain of hitting your reps, you're not going to grow. If you hate the fact that you have to eat less to get to where you want to look, you're not going to enjoy the process. And really, before you start to the end result, it's a process. So why would you hate the process to become successful?
No, yeah. You have to fucking love the process, because if not, you'll never go through with it.
Exactly.
And not just that, but who the fuck wants a shitty experience in their life? Like, you want to have fun with it. Yes, you have to bite the bullet sometimes and do those sprint drills, or do whatever the thing that you don't like doing to ultimately get the thing that you want. But that's a minority of it.
Yeah. You have to stay focused on the big picture.
Yes, if like I said, it's the minority. If it were the majority, you're doing something wrong. If you fucking hate the majority of the things you do to get the thing that you want, you're maybe not pursuing the right thing. Yeah. But if there's a minority, if you have to bite the bullet, then that's realistic.
Yeah, that's life.
But if you're if you have to fucking bite a bullet for everything that you do,
change it up. Change something.
One of those bullets gonna go through your head. You're not gonna be able to bite it.
At all.
And it's insane because, like, some people think they want something that they really don't want. I can't tell you. There's people who genuinely want material goods, that are motivated by money, and they're genuinely, they're driven by it. That's what makes them happy. Like, actually. But then there's people who think they want money.
Yeah. But really don't need
because
it.
They grew up poor. They grew up in not having shit, and they see that person's happy and it's a facade, and they bite into it. They think they want it, but what's lacking is the mindset and awareness to recognize that doesn't lead up to anything else. Looks cool, feels cool, but it's ephemeral. It's fleeting. It's so short term. and maybe that person is driven by something completely different that they haven't explored themselves yet. But it all ends up here. So if you're implementing the fundamentals that you genuinely believe by on a day-to-day basis, trust the process and love the process. You will be attracted to things naturally, like energy-wise, intuitively. You will be attracted to things that you like doing, and that'll make up the majority of the things you do.
Yeah, like for me,
and not be afraid to pursue it.
Exactly. For me, for example, growing up, I've always been infatuated by art.
Mm-hmm.
Elementary, I was a really good artist for my age.
Yeah.
Alright. And then physically drawing and painting and all that, as I was growing up, I realized I kind of don't want to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still in the back of my head of the fact that I knew I was good at it. I just didn't want to pursue it. Because I got into wrestling and like physical sports, and I was like, okay, you know what? I like to put my body through stress and just work and all this stuff. So I started to kind of derail from being artistic, whether I knew I was good or not. But I had my parents tell me, oh my God, you're so good at painting. You should pursue painting. Blah, blah, blah. Society was telling me, dude, paint, dude, be an artist, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that.
Society was telling you that.
Society was telling me, like, all my friends, all
That's
my
usually
teachers,
not the case, but love it.
Yeah,
Everybody's
you know?
telling you from a young age.
Yeah, from a young age to be an artist.
I like that.
And I was like, whatever. Next thing you know, 10 years later, I'm over here lifting weights and hitting the gym every day. I can connect my artisticness to
the posing.
Exactly, my posing. You know, when you check me out, I literally all my posts are about me posing, and it's not, I wouldn't say meditation, it's more like
Your art.
Yeah, it's like my purpose of hitting the gym. Posing and all that, I feel like is my artistic outlet.
Of course. It's like fighters who train, they don't care about the conditioning as much as they do about just getting that being the thing that catapults them to be able to fight on the level they want to fight.
Exactly.
Of course, you have it exactly right.
Yeah, you know, I put in as much work as I do with the posing to actually like the mechanical workouts and all that, you know. But my first show, man, like when I stepped on that stage and I had to pose, I did not feel uncomfortable. I did not feel scared. I was like, I know what I'm doing, and this is what I need to be doing. Because I went in there with full confidence, knowing that I was not going in there to win. You know, I was like, I know I'm not really going to win this show, but I want to do it because I love it. And when I did it, it resonated with people. People knew that, like, when I got up there, they knew I wasn't, like, really in the best condition compared to everyone else, but they knew that I went up there with no fear, with no second thought of...
It's admirable. Bro.
Having to get up there and pose in front of all these people. When I got down, people came up to me and clapped me up, saying, like, hey, man, you did great. You did great. You motivated me to just want to be better and just do it. Because you did it, you know, and it's a great feeling.
Hell yeah, bro. When
it's
other people,
feeling, yeah.
I'm about to drop a bomb real quick, so I need to make sure. when people see that it was done by someone else, they now know it was possible.
Yes.
Something that was really hard in my youth was I was never around people who were financially successful. It was later in my life that I realized that, oh shit, you can make money doing what you love? What?
Yeah.
I thought you only made money doing shit you fucking hate. And once you see that presented for the first time, it's like, oh shit, that exists. Second time, oh damn. And then It accumulates to the point that guy that saw you do that at that one moment in time, that one event, just made fucking sense.
Yeah.
Switch the light on.
Mm-hmm.
And now they get to pursue whatever they are pursuing. And the great thing is, motivation comes in abundance. Now it's whether or not you act on it.
Yeah.
But if you're repeatedly seeing it, you're being influenced one way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually a very important point. You have to dictate what you let in your life to allow it to influence you. Wait, let me re-say that. You need to be the gatekeeper of what you allow in that influences you. Because you're going to be influenced regardless, like we said earlier. But it's what are you allowing to come in? The moment I hit something on Instagram or a show or this and that, and even if it's a fucking great show, everybody loves it, but it has a negative undertone, I actually don't fuck with it anymore. And I turn off the switch. I can't hear what's happening anymore.
Yeah.
At that point, I just start observing and I'm like, why do people like this? Yeah. But if it's something positive as fuck, I lose myself. I have all trust for it because I'm like, this is my field, this is my vibe.
Yeah.
I don't even think about it.
Exactly. You're attracting the same energy you're trying to put out, and collectively it becomes a movement almost.
Yeah.
You start to be around the people that you want to be around.
Yeah. Surround yourself with your inner circle has to be what you would want.
Yeah, exactly. And if like you're saying, you have to be that gatekeeper.
Yep.
Because in this world, in this day and age, everyone has access to the world.
Yeah.
Through this.
Yeah.
This gives you access to 7 billion people. And you just have to be, again, the gatekeeper of what your mind, what your eyes, what your body, what your life will intake. Because there's so much around us that can affect us positively and negatively.
Of course, bro.
If I am constantly following people that are bodybuilders, are athletes, are people that are preaching work ethics and following their dreams, I'm going to feel motivated and determined to chase what I want.
Same way that if you were following only bodybuilders that are roid the fuck up,
you're gonna want to take roids.
You're gonna want to fucking take roids.
Exactly. So you have to
you dictate.
Yeah, you dictate what you see, which in turns to dictating what you think. Then your mind again will change what you are. You get me?
It'll change with you and your thoughts. Mm-hmm. And so once you dictate your influence, you then dictate your thoughts. And when you dictate your thoughts, you dictate your mindset. Because, like I said, thoughts are the seeds to mindset.
Yeah.
And it makes complete sense because, like, we've all been presented in a moment in our lives where there's been people in our inner circle that were bad influences. And maybe, like, peer pressure is a fucking thing. Pressure in general is a thing. Yeah. And maybe you've been pressured to do things you didn't want to do before. And that's just all a matter of, it's not their fault that they're a bad influence. It's your fault that you let them through the gate. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your parents tell you that shit all the time, or I hope they do. And it's fucking true.
Mm-hmm.
So who's your inner circle? Who do you follow? It sounds stupid, right? Who do you follow on Instagram? It makes a difference.
It does. It does.
And when this all starts to sound fluffy and as shit, if mindset sounds fluffy as shit to you, there's something probably wrong with you. Yeah. I know it's constantly being talked about. And sometimes you're like, oh, just another mindset thing.
But it
true. Makes the world of a difference. The world is a pipeline, right? Yeah. You're constantly being thrown by its influences, and you have two piles. What you allow in your fucking mind and what you fucking throw out. If you let too much negative shit come in your mind, that's it. It's an abomination. Yeah. You're taking over. You have no control. Mm-hmm. That's when anxiety arises. That's when depression arises. That's when you feel like a fucking failure all the time, and not in a good way. Because, like, I feel like a fucking failure all the time right now with this fucking camera and learning all this shit. But in a good way, because I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to be a winner one day. I'm just fucking failing in the meantime.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, you might think it's a failure, but the person who hasn't done it or was too scared to do it will see it as a success.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't do it.
Yeah, let me get that straight. It's not about what you want to be. The moment you already switch your mindset into what you want to be, you're already that.
Yeah.
So, how I said I want to be a winner, I'm already a winner. Now it's just a matter of, like,
getting
everything else. The details.
Yeah.
The details come after.
Exactly. You know, with me, I have to think I'm a bodybuilder.
No, bro. You're a fucking bodybuilder.
Exactly. You know,
you are a bodybuilder. Like, that's what you are. Right?
Yeah. Exactly. You know, in your thoughts, it's, you know, your thoughts don't speak. They only speak to you. Okay? So, you have to think that you are this. Because then once you start to think it, people around you will think that you are it.
Yeah.
Okay? So I think
this isn't faking it until you make it.
No, yeah.
This is being, and then everything else is recognized after.
Yeah. Yes.
Because you can't be like, I'm a fucking bodybuilder, and then you don't fucking bodybuild. You are what you repeatedly do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So the moment that you're repeatedly doing something, and you know that your mindset, you want to be a bodybuilder, you, at that point, are a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's recognized by other people or not, doesn't matter, first of all. Second, it eventually will be.
Yep.
And third, there was no third. This cough is killing me, bro. Like, I've been coughing for 2 weeks. My chest hurts. Like, bad.
I know oregano is good for respiration. Oregano essential oil.
That's the move.
If you put it in your diffuser and you sniff it real quick, it'll clean you. It'll cleanse you.
I've been wanting a diffuser. I've never even tried one.
It's good. You know, depending on the essential oil you use, it'll.
This
help.
is low key a fucking promotion right now. Damn. That I don't even know how that came up, but nice.
But no, bro, yeah.
He's a good salesman, man.
You know, I'm starting to incorporate like when it's time for me to relax, I do use, you know, the massage oils that
hey man, all that stuff works.
It literally works.
It works.
You really put the intentions for these things to work, to do their job, and they'll work. You have the intentions of
coming back to fucking mindset. What a good
exactly. You know, literally, my company was based on is based on your mindset. You know, if we're putting our purest vibration out into the universe has no choice but to give it right back to us.
Exactly.
You get me? So if I'm putting in that work in the gym to get what I want, showing people that I am working my ass off every day, they're seeing my progress, they're acknowledging, you know, my situation, telling me, you know, you're doing good, you're doing great. I feel successful. You know, maybe I don't have the titles of like an IFBB pro yet, or I haven't won a show yet, but the fact that people are feeling motivated by this, I'm seeing results, and most importantly, I'm feeling good, mind and health, I'm already successful.
Yeah.
It's just working on the details now of, okay, how am I going to be a successful bodybuilder? How am I going to win shows? How am I, you know, going to be getting my following up? How can I get a sponsorship?
How are you going to build?
Exactly. You know, but I already have the mindset of being successful, knowing that what I'm doing is what I need to do.
Exactly. And whether the people are hating like they did, or whether they're appreciating like they are, At the end of the day, it started with you, and your opinion of yourself is the only one that fucking mattered. It's what drove you to do this.
Yeah.
It's what's driving you to continue to do it, and it's what's gonna drive you to do it till the day you die, or as long as you can fucking do it. So it won't even matter whether or not you're being praised or hated on. The satisfaction comes from within. Vibrations, man. Good vibrations. You guys have to fucking check that shit out. Pure
man.
Vibrations?
Pure Vibrations,
Pure
J&E.
Vibrations.
We're a little baby company right now, but you know.
Is there any fucking event happening soon, or like anything on your mind, anything that you can throw out there like that they can check out? What are you gonna do with the content? Like, throw some shit out right now. Like,
right now I'm gonna drop some apparel for I'm creating like a lifting club section of the company. So it's gonna incorporate workout guides. If you are interested in showcasing your physique, because you don't just have to be in a bodybuilding show to show your physique. You know, we have social media now. You gotta put pictures and videos up. You want to make sure that you look good.
bro, and
you get me?
If you're the most insecure fucker, put that shit in your story. It's out within 24 hours.
Exactly. It's out within 24 hours. And you know what? You build confidence. You're building confidence.
Hell
with that.
yeah, dude.
And you know, like that's what I'm trying to do with the lifting club. It's gonna be called Pure Vibrations Lifting Club. We're gonna drop some apparel. It's gonna look dope. I'll hook you up with some stuff, my man. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some like workout stuff. I'm thinking about doing like maybe we're gonna come out with maybe like group sessions, free group sessions.
You work on them, man.
Yeah.
Give them perspective.
Yeah. I'm thinking about doing like a little beach workout.
That'd be dope.
Like either every other Sunday or maybe just like one Sunday within the month. We'll be posting it up on our page to let everyone that follows us know that we're gonna be, hosting an event or like hosting a class to either work out, yoga, guided meditation. So stuff like that is what's coming up soon, real soon. And if you're interested in buying any of like our essential oils or anything like that,
where you guys post it? Like, where do you sell your shit?
Coconut Grove Farmers Market. Every Saturday.
Coconut Grove Farmers Market every fucking Saturday. I'm gonna have the details in the bottom. Please fucking check it out. If you're in Miami, then please, you have to go. And if you're not, you have to fly down to my... like, that would be the ideal case.
Yeah. Ideal. And if
I've seen it on social. I want to go.
Yeah, it's nice. It's good.
Coconut Grove is a super nice spot, too.
Yeah,
so
that Farmers Market is good. It has a lot of nice
fuck with Farmers Market.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. And if any of you feel motivated to get a workout in with me, with my boy over here, the both of us, you're gonna have a good time with us.
And that shit's gonna be silent as fuck, cause
silent and just the intensity is gonna be
through the roof.
Yeah,
through the fucking roof, man.
Yeah, man.
I do have to say one thing.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely interesting because like you sparked this new thought in my head that I hadn't made that like neural fucking connection in my brain until today, and I'm super grateful that it happened, and it happened because of talking to you. I had no idea that, and I got this when you were talking about being good at art and drawing and all of that, painting, you said, right?
Yeah. Being
fucking dope at painting, and then using those same qualities from painting that you were good at to applying it into what you love doing right now, which is your fitness and your posing and whatnot. I think it's so fucking beautiful how we constantly are picking up new things in life and we're tasting new shit and we're like, what's the point? That's the thing that where everybody gets existential and asks like, what the fuck's the point of doing that? I think I finally figured it out. Whether it's you being good as fuck at art and doing that for 2-3 years and you stop doing it, or whether it's you playing that fucking sport, you're playing fucking tennis, field hockey, basketball, baseball, whatever fucking sport you're doing, and it only lasted 5 years, and you're like sad after that finishes. You're like, why'd I even do that?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why is that you collect all these new things that you did, and every single one of them had a lesson, mindset-wise, that you get to apply later on, and use those same attributes. Why the fuck did Steve Jobs attribute single-handedly the most important fucking class he ever took in his entire life as calligraphy. Because it taught him to pay attention to fucking details, and that's why we have emojis. That's why we have such beautiful icons, and why fucking Apple has been dominant as shit, no matter whether or not Steve Jobs is a good person. Attributing that one single class that someone else would be like, what the fuck's the point of being in this class? It's calligraphy and I'm a fucking computer science major or whatever. It's just that. You use that lesson and you extract that value and you fucking apply it later on in life. So like, whether or not you want to be an artist or a fucking bodybuilder, just practicing it and trying something new and fucking tasting not only tells you what you love to do eventually when you find it, but it'll help you once you do find that thing that may be different than what you're doing by applying that shit.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it any better, brother.
Yeah, bro. Hey, dude. So nice to have you on. Yo, for real, check them out.
Man. Thank you.
I'll see you guys next time.